In a world where the iPhone's built in America, there are many estimates. Bank of America this week said it would be 90% more expensive. That is an interesting scenario, Carolina.
Is a very interesting scenario and one that I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. I think that Apple has other options before coming to the US. And that's because unless we are moving part, at least, of the supply chain to the US, it's really unreasonable to think that Apple can be successfully building iPhones here. So what you're seeing with the shipment coming from India is that Apple has the opportunity not just to ship, but to actually rethink how and where they build iPhones that are targeting the US market. So they could shift from China to India or other manufacturing facilities to avoid some of the harsher tariffs that China is faced with today. Obviously, all of this can change tomorrow or this afternoon.
What about, of course it can, but the margin pressure? How much will they suck up some of the margin pressure? How much do you think they can pass on to a pretty stressed consumer here in the US right now?
There's two aspects of it. One is to remember how strong Apple's relationship with their supplier manufacturer is. And so there might be a negotiating part there where it's not about just Apple passing on to the consumer, but is Apple trading with their supply chain to see how best everybody can ride this wave, right? At the end of the day, you want to keep the Apple business with you for the longer time. And then when it comes to consumer, I think it's a very critical moment for Apple here in the US market when it comes to services and Apple Intelligence in particular. So they will want the upgrade cycle to continue. And they might decide that it's worth sacrificing some of their margins in the short term to then have more revenue coming from services and Apple Intelligence longer term.
A story's hit the terminal just now clarifying that the Trump tariffs on China now add up to 145%. You see Apple declines accelerating 5%, NASDAQ 100 pushing even lower. An airlift, though, have you ever seen that in your career? We just have 30 seconds, Carolina.
I have not. It's definitely something new, and I think it comes with the volatility that we're in right now.